I should have got more water. Ah, whatever, it happens. Hello there, everyone. Right now it's 3:01 on Wednesday, August 26th. For today's announcement, let's give a big welcome to Octavian! Octavian's back! Welcome back. That's all for today. Wait, can I just... I can do that, can't I? Huh. No, I can't. I know you can move your mailbox. Okay, okay. Oh, you know what I need to take out of storage? Oops. I need to get more resources. Hardwood, sticks, and iron. All rather useful things. There's my dealie. There's my dealie. Alright, let's go praise to Helix and do the standard routine stuff. We'll take that. Praise be unto Helix. Ooh. So we're gonna go around look for our thingies. You know, the thingies. What are they called? Fossils, yeah, that's it. And Money Rock, of course. Because it's a morning. What else do you expect? Also, we should go say hi to our boy Octavian, who's moved back in. He's our best boy. His space house isn't set up, but eh. There you are. You kind of caught me in the middle of setting in here with all my junk. I'm really grateful you talked me into moving in here back at the campsite. This is going to be fun, sucker. But can we maybe chat once more once I'm a tad bit situated? Sure, Octavian. Sure. Ah, he's my favorite. I now have all 3 octopuses. That's crazy. Yes, I know Inkwell also exists, but he's not in this game. I don't think he is. Good afternoon, kid. They say you should start your day with a plan, but also say plans are a fool's errand, so... I'm assuming that's the sound she would have made, but she doesn't have lips because she's an octopus. That's funny. Alright, let's hit some trees. You know how this goes. We've been doing this for 160 days now. Haven't faltered yet. I will, though. It is inevitable that I falter. Hey, Iron Beast, how you doing? Alright, nothing here. Let's try this rock next. Come on. Nope, just a normal rock. Nope, just a normal rock. How disappointing. Alright, let's look around. Oh, here's rock number. Here's rock. It's gonna be the last rock we check. Yep, it's gonna totally be the last rock we check. Yep, here it is. I'm surprised I didn't run into the next fossil, though. I wonder who's here today. Nope. Hey, we got some money, at least. I do not have the money to plant a money tree yet. I should go find the money tree for today. Assuming there is one. There isn't always one. Turnip fields are empty. Here it is. Oh, Gullivar is here today. Oh, we'll come back to him later. But Gullivar. Var, matey. Avast me hearties, and we shall sail the seven seas and plunder the wastes. Okay, good. Nope, not that one. Gosh dang it, the digging mechanics suck in this game. I would not have been surprised if it buried it in the top hole. That would have in no way surprised me. Alright, let's go find those last two fossils. I don't see anything in there. I don't see anything up there. That looks like blue? That might be purple, though, but that looks like blue. And then I still gotta reverse engineer those. God, it's gonna take a while. I don't see anything up there. Here it is. Hey, let's go check our fossils, sell all of our shit, and then we'll go deal with Gullivar. So I don't really have a plan for what to do today. I'm gonna water the flowers, obviously. I have one more idea. But we're mainly gonna be talking about the new Nintendo Direct, or the Nintendo Mini Direct that happened this morning, out of nowheres. And all the problems with that. I mean, it could have been worse. Let's be real here. It could have somehow been worse. But we'll get to that. We shall get to that in a second. I mean, I definitely didn't hate it like the last one. Like, I don't think it was good by any stretch of the imagination, but I definitely think the last mini direct that happened, back in July, question mark, was definitely worse. And I do also have a conspiracy theory. Oh, I have a conspiracy theory about all of this. We'll talk about that. Let's real quick go find our message in the bottle. There it is. Stego. Mum cushion. Oh. It's a cushion made by our mum. I think we already have most of that. I don't need a green couch. I have a red one already. Yep, seems good. I don't have my diving suit on me, do I? No, I don't. I have to go get up. Okay, easy enough. Let's head to the store next door real quick. Wow. All cops are bastards. Nothing's changed. All cops are bastards. Anything? Polo. Oh, God. Look at that. I definitely don't need a zipper nose. Alright, let's go get our wetsuit. It's somewheres up here. It's somewheres up here. So there was a Nintendo. So for the past, so there was an indie world showcase last week, which I adored. It was amazing. It was one of the, it's probably the best indie world showcase in my personal opinion. Fantastic. It's going to be under clothing, isn't it? But so there were rumors about something else this week, right? Nintendo doing their next... Yeah, there it is. About Nintendo doing their next presentation. Whatever form that may be, right? There were a lot of rumors heavily implying that we were going to find out something... that I think the main rumor was Friday. Oh, we gotta go actually talk to Gullivar. That we were gonna find out something Friday. It was generally hinted at. There was a new direct. Hey, Mush. What'd you think of the indie presentation or just the normal partner showcase this morning? But yeah, it was, so there was heavily rumored that we were gonna get an actual Nintendo Direct. The one thing, I never mentioned it, but I was always thinking of it, was that I wasn't expecting much from them. I was not expecting much, and the idea of it being a partner presentation in no way surprises me. The fact that this is what this was. I mean, is there the possibility that Nintendo also does something on Friday? Just for, like, their own games? Sure. Because there have still been a lot of things hinting at a new Skyward Sword, and Breath of the Wild stuff, and... what was the other one? Breath of the Wild, Skyward Sword. There was like one other thing that I can't remember. But there's been a lot of... And then, well, there are those general rumors about 3D World Deluxe, or whatever the hell we want to call it, and Mario 35th Anniversary Collection. But there's still a chance that's going to happen, but I'd argue it's like a 0.01% chance, especially with this coming today. Oh, is there? Huh, I'll get around to that. We'll get around to it in like 20 days. Oh, is that why I can't get a 5-star island? Because my house isn't fully paid off yet? I'm joking. At least I hope to glob I'm joking. But yeah, so we had that presentation this morning. And because I woke up this morning and it had like I opened my Twitter notifications just to like see what happened. Yeah. I opened my Twitter notifications, and the first thing I saw was an announcement of Kingdom Hearts. And I was like, oh, a partner presentation happened. So I then went on Nintendo's channel and watched the partner presentation. This one was definitely a little longer than the previous one. Like, the previous one only had, like, 4 games in it. Or something like that. Like, it only had, like, 4 games. 6 if you include the ones shown in the Japanese Direct. Some small number like that. This one had closer to, like, probably 15. This one had a good amount of games in it. None of them I personally cared for, like at all. Because I'm a slacker. Oh. Interesting. Do I even have Discord on this computer? No, I don't. Huh. I know I had it on my old one. I thought I had Discord on this thing. But yeah, so this Indie Direct, whatever, Indie World, whatever you want to call it. Hi, there's Gulliver's Communicator. Started off with Kingdom Hearts Rhythm Game. Basically, the Kingdom Hearts Rhythm Game is coming to Switch. Yeah, sure. I don't care about Kingdom... Okay, so another thing about this presentation I should add. I am not a fan of rhythm games. I have nothing against them. It's just I'm not good at them. I have the most rhythm in my family, of anyone in my family, and that's only like 1% rhythm. Yeah, sure. So, you can send me the link if you wanna send it in chat, or even whisper it to me, so that way I can have it. So that way I can find it through other means, and actually when I get Discord, I'll still have it. Yeah, because I think that would be the easiest way for me to keep track of it. Wait, Gulliver's up here. But yeah, so I personally do not like rhythm games. There's nothing wrong with them. They're just not for me. I have no sense of rhythm. Like, getting the platinum medals in the DDD Drum Bash and Kirby Triple Deluxe was impossible for me. I couldn't do it. It took me so long. Just because I don't like rhythm games. Watch it expire in 3 seconds. But yeah, so already off the bat, there were a lot of rhythm games. It started off with the Kingdom Hearts rhythm game, which, hey, if you're interested in it, cool. I think it's going to have more content, like it's going to have like a DLC or something in it. That might be temporarily exclusive to Switch. Okay, sure. Next up, there was Fuser, which is a rhythm game from Harmonix. It's basically Drop Mix. I have no idea what this is. Like, the demo told me nothing, like what they showed of it. I have no idea what this game is, but they showed it off. They definitely did show it off. After that was Taiko no Tatsujin. 1 and 2 are coming to Switch. This is that drum rhythm game. Or like get Kingdom Hearts. But yeah, this is that drum rhythm game where you like beat the drum, and I know there's a version on Switch. I don't know if this is the same one. I don't know if that version was exclusive to Japan and people were just importing it, or if this is that Japanese version just fully coming to Switch now. I have no idea, but it's coming, and I know people really like this game. I don't really get Kingdom Hearts. So the thing about Kingdom Hearts with me personally is I've only ever played the first game, but whenever people are always like, "Oh, the storyline of Kingdom Hearts is so confusing," I'm like, "Yes, yes it is." And even though I've only ever played the first Kingdom Hearts game, I completely understand the story of Kingdom Hearts. Someone ProZD probably made a video about how or no, well, making fun of Kingdom Hearts fans, but in it he's like, Aqua got Norded. Aqua got Norded. And it's like, most people are like, what the hell does that mean? And that's kind of the point of his video. But the sad part was, when he said Aqua got Norded, I knew exactly what he meant. Because I sadly understand Kingdom Hearts. That's a shame, but I do. I do understand Kingdom Hearts. It's my curse to bear. Let's see, next up, World of Tanks Blitz, which is, I've never played World of Tanks. I know it's kind of popular. It's like a free game. It's like an MMO tank game. I know it's popular. I've never played it. You can do tanks on the moon, apparently. Try hard Wraith in Apex when that one Wraith was the last one in the squad. Oh, God. I used to hate that in PUBG, where I'd play for you play for an hour. You're in one game, you're playing for an hour, it's down to the final circle, you're just camping in a bush, and you just get sniped by some guy hiding that you'd never be able to see. PUBG, nice. Oh no, I unironically really like PUBG. When PUBG, before Fortnite came out, I unironically really enjoyed PUBG. I had so much fun with it back in the day. I still, out of all the Battle Royale games, it's still my favorite. Gameplay-wise, I enjoy it the most. There's a reason why Fortnite is bigger than it, and the only reason I never could get into Fortnite is because I didn't like the building mechanics. I don't find the building mechanics fun. But that's why I liked PUBG, because it didn't have any of that. It was very straight-laced and simple, but its gameplay loop was good. And it's the next PlayStation Plus game. After they stopped giving away, Fall Guys. Yeah, that's it. I used to like PUBG, but the thing is that it was on mobile, so yeah. I never played mobile. Yeah. I bought PUBG like a sucker. But yeah, it's the next game on PS Plus. They announced that, I think, earlier today. PUBG and one other game that I don't remember. And then we're finding out about Fall Guys Season 2 later today. And that should be interesting. I'm kind of curious to see what Fall Guys Season 2 is all about. I feel like PUBG Mobile was booted. I'd have no idea. I never played it. So let's see, back on this. Big Rumble Boxing, which is basically a Rocky Creed boxing game. It looks pretty bad. It reminds me, there was a Rocky game on PS2. I think it was PS2. That's what it kind of reminds me of. Collection of Saga, the Final Fantasy Legend. Oh, so back in the Nintendo Direct, there were these Final Fantasy games, Final Fantasy Legends, which were Game Boy games. But looking at these games, the screenshots they showed in this Nintendo Direct, they're literally just mobile games. They literally just took cell phone footage, because it even has the D-pad and the buttons on the side of the screen. These are literally just mobile games. Oh my, and don't get me wrong, they've put mobile games on the Switch before. That Exit the Gungeon and that one puzzle game from the Indie Showcase are making their way to Switch. But I don't have a problem with those games, because those are good games. And these might be good games, but goddamn, what a bad trailer. What a terrible trailer. Oh, I need more water. This is my 100th day in Animal Crossing. Wow. That's still... It blows my mind that I'm 160 in. Like, I don't feel that time at all. But yeah, no... God, that's crazy. That's utterly crazy, but cool. Cool. I didn't water the mums, did I? I don't think I did. So you started 2 months... Yeah, I mean, I started the day of release, so yeah. Do I really have to go lower? Exactly. Really, exactly 2 months. Huh. Wow, that is crazy. Yeah, no, that math does check out. Yeah, no, that math... Yeah, your math completely checks out. Yeah. So let's see. What else? What else? So back in the Nintendo Direct, they announced Just Dance, because everybody loves Just Dance, right? Right? There's a reason we still release Just Dance games on the Wii. Because everybody loves Just Dance, and everybody owns a Wii. Actually, interestingly enough, this is the first Just Dance game not coming to the Wii. Basically, every Just Dance game since the first one has come to the Wii. Yeah. Yeah, crazy. But yeah, every Just Dance game has come to the Wii, except for... But now, not this one. The Wii is finally dead. Even though the Wii U just got a new game like a week or two ago, the Wii is... And I don't think the Wii U is getting this game. The Wii is finally dead. Which is crazy to think about. Like, that's crazy that that finally happened. But it happened. It was more crazy that the Wii was still being supported with Just Dance. I mean, it makes sense. It's like, I wouldn't be surprised if, like, the Kinect is still getting Just Dance support. Because I don't know how you play Just Dance on a PS4 or an Xbox without Kinect or PlayStation Move. Even though PlayStation still uses PlayStation Move for PSVR. But yeah, still. Yeah, it's Just Dance. I don't give a shit about it. I had, like, the second one. Yeah. Next up, Puyo Puyo Tetris 2. I know people like the first Puyo Puyo Tetris. I could never get into Puyo Puyo, personally. It's just not my style of game. I tried to get into, like, Tetris 99, but never really did. Just not my style of games, you know. They're good. I know they're good. After that, there was a sizzle reel with Minecraft Dungeons Winter, which is the new update for the game. Still haven't played Minecraft Dungeon. I hear it's baby's first Diablo, so... Yeah. Jump Force Deluxe, which I thought Jump Force was kind of like a joke. Like, in theory, Jump Force is something that I kind of like. Right? It's like a fighting game, but with, like, fighters from, like, different animes or mangas or whatever. That's a pretty good idea, but I hear the game is just not fun to play and pretty shit, so, yeah. After that was Captain Tsubasa. Basically anime FIFA. It's like an anime soccer game. Yeah, it's an anime soccer game. It kind of reminds me of... It doesn't look that good, but I think it's trying to go for like an 90s, early 2000s anime aesthetic, so they can technically get away with more of it. But I don't know, I didn't think it looked that good. And then we had Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles Remastered, which is coming out the 27th. That's it, that's in a few days. That's just in a few days. And that Crystal Chronicle, I hear, is amazing. I've heard things that Crystal Chronicles is an amazing game. But I've just never... I was on the GameCube, so of course I never played it. So I'm curious to see what comes out of this. And yeah, that was it. That was where the showcase ended, on Crystal Chronicles. No big surprise showcase. Honestly, they could have left the Pikmin 3 Deluxe trailer for the end of this showcase, and it would have made more sense. Like, instead of just randomly revealing it one day, they could have showed off Pikmin 3 Deluxe here. Because it's still 2 months out. It's still like 2 months from, what, like Sunday? So I don't know why. I don't know why they just revealed it in a random tweet. They could have shown it here and done just as well. I know that screws up their partner presentation stuff. Because I'm still convinced that the reason they have to do these showcases, these partner presentations, one, because people are starving for news, and Nintendo, in their weird, twisted way, thinks this will cover it. But also, they have contractual obligations to do these presentations. Like, they've signed deals with these companies being like, hey, we'll show off your games in a direct, and doing these partner presentations is how they get through them. That's why there's, like, in a normal direct, like, if this was a normal direct, all of this stuff would have been fine. I would have been like, okay, yeah, right, all that's here. But the fact that this is supposed to be, like, the big crux of the direct is why it's so bad. I'm curious. 4 stars. Back in my day, the key to a good life was low... Gosh dang it, we keep getting the same quote as well. Darkness. Darkness, light, darkness. Heart, darkness, darkness. Light, heart, darkness, darkness. Friendship. The average dialogue of a Kingdom Hearts cutscene. I totally just stole that from Jellopocalypse. And I couldn't even remember the words other than light, darkness, heart, and friendship. I know there's like 2 others. Okay, I went through that dialogue tree like 3 times. Did I? So we are actually going to tear down something today. Oh yes, friendship. Well, yeah, you know, Kingdom Hearts is like any anime RPG. You start off as just a couple of, like, buddies, and your first job is to get ice cream, and then by the end of the game, you're killing God. It's an RPG. It's a JRPG. What else would you expect? I actually do enjoy JRPGs like that. There's a lot of good ones. We're tearing down the wedding. So I've had the wedding area up since June, and it's just kind of been sitting here, and I had an idea. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I had an idea. And we're going to work on it over the next, like, week or 2. But I'm going to tear down the wedding area for now. We're basically going to reset... maybe I'll keep the sand, but we're going to get rid of all this stuff. It'll take, like, a minute. But yeah, so this Nintendo Direct thing... I, too, like going down the street to get ice cream. Somehow escalate to killing God. Yeah. But yeah, this Direct just... It wasn't it, man. Nintendo has really been suffering. They cannot... Like, all these other companies are doing fine, but Nintendo just cannot put out a good PR statement to save their lives at the moment. You know, just a big... But yeah, Nintendo just can't put out... They're getting a lot of shit for it. Because, and it's not just, like, the Directs. Like, them not doing anything, like, Direct-wise, okay, that's just one problem. But their social media sucks. Anytime they, like, try to, like, handle responses, they've done terrible at it. I mean, Nintendo's never been great at the internet. Like, I'm amazed they know what the internet is half the time. Like, because I still stand by Nintendo exists in, like, this weird, like, I don't know, like, I'm gonna go with 1998 time period. Like, where the internet exists, but they don't really understand, like, what it is, like... And especially, like, internet gaming, like, the Xbox hasn't come out yet. Yeah, Nintendo's just weird. So, one of these trees was a money tree. I think these are all actually normal trees. Except for this one... One of these 2 and this one. Once again, I made a new Teddy Fresh hoodie. Yeah, just make clothing. You make clothing and then you wear it. Because it looks cool. Oh, wow, are my pockets really full? Huh, that wedding stuff took up a lot of storage space. Also, I never sold that stuff in the shop. I guess let's go put stuff away. But yeah, Nintendo's just really suffering right now. Now, I do have a bit of a conspiracy theory for Nintendo. I have no evidence to back this up, and there's not a chance in hell this is true. But I'm gonna say it anyways. What if Nintendo has been purposefully making bad directs to lessen hype levels? So COVID happens, and Nintendo realizes all their games are getting delayed, right? Because like there is evidence that Pikmin 3 Deluxe was actually supposed to come out back in like July or something like that, but because of COVID, it got delayed to where it is now. So that's the right, Nintendo's clearly suffered from COVID, right? It's clearly slowed down their process, and they're well aware that a lot of their games that they had planned for this year, this whole Mario 35th anniversary supposedly, isn't going to happen. But people are still hyped for Nintendo Directs, they're hyped for news, even though because of COVID, Nintendo now has nothing to show. So what if Nintendo purposefully starts sabotaging themselves? Now, I do want to point out, the reason why they're not sabotaging themselves, because at the end of the day, even with the Xbox Series X and PS5 launching this year, Nintendo's still going to have the biggest year of the three companies. Because Animal Crossing is huge. It's a massive game. It alone wins the year for Nintendo. It's going to be it's going to be the best-selling Switch game. Give it a few more months. It's going to do insanely well. So Nintendo's already won. They don't have to worry about all that other stuff. But what if... So Nintendo purposefully sabotages themselves. Because every time a Direct comes out, no matter what they announce, people will always be unsatisfied. People will always be disappointed by Nintendo Directs. And we're seeing this rub off on other companies. I thought the PS5 reveal was fantastic. But there are tons of people who are like, oh no, that wasn't good. That sucked, right? Who just weren't satisfied with it at all. And there's tons of other games, there's tons of other stuff like that. Where like, hey, these things get revealed, and people just aren't satisfied with them. At all. People have developed for these like presentations to reveal games, these impossible standards. So what if Nintendo starts sabotaging it? What if they purposefully start putting out these shitty partner presentations? I talked previously about how if these Direct Minis weren't called Direct Minis, but were instead called partner presentations, nobody would care. Alright, they'd just be another drop in the bucket, nobody would care about them. Kind of like what happens with Indie World. I mean, people still care about Indie World, and it's a lot of fun still, and I really enjoyed the most recent one. But it's on a different level. It's kind of its own thing. But what if Nintendo is but Direct holds this moniker. It has this certain weight to it, this certain gravitas, that Nintendo is going to show off certain special, interesting things. So what if they purposefully start making shitty Directs to sabotage that image? Sully the brand of the Nintendo Direct, so that way when they do Nintendo Directs in the future, all those high expectations don't exist anymore. Nobody cares about like the high expectations for the next Nintendo Direct because all these mini Directs have ruined them. People now just think of Nintendo Directs as nothing special. And now Nintendo has reset their hype values to 0. So when they do eventually show off something next year, because again, everything they had planned for this year got delayed, people are, oh, well, we'll take any Nintendo news we'll get. Oh, we're super happy. Even if they just show off a single game, that'll be, because these partner presentations just beat them to the ground, killed their spirits, sent them into despair. Which, if you fall into despair from Nintendo not announcing stuff, reevaluate yourself. Fuck, man. Fuck. I mean, I'm doing this for levity, as jokes. Like, and everything I'm saying right now, I'm not taking seriously. This is my conspiracy theory, but I 100% admit it's stupid as hell. And I'm mostly just doing it as a joke. I 100% admit that. That it's just me doing a stupid joke. Ooh. But some people take Nintendo Directs and basically anything way too seriously. Way too fucking seriously. But yeah, so my conspiracy theory is that Nintendo is purposely sullying the Direct image so that way when they actually do start revealing stuff, people will be hyped back to zero. Now, let's say they were actually doing this, which again, they're not. Say the dumbest thing in a theoretical voice. Oh gosh, I'd have no idea. I mean, I'm saying something, I'm pretty sure I'm saying the dumbest thing right now, so. But yeah, it's not gonna, my stupid plan wouldn't work in the long term, because once Nintendo does start announcing stuff again, one good presentation, and people are hyped as they ever were. It resets back to zero. So it's a failure's game. But who knows? That's my stupid conspiracy theory. Water is one. Well, if we look at the nomenclature of water, or dihydrogen monoxide, if you would, I don't know if you can truly say that water is wet. Sure, water has wetness as a property, but does a fish living in water experience wetness? Is the fish wet when you take it out of the water, or is it just reverse dry? Can something not from the water even be wet? Is water wet? We will never truly know. No, it's slimy. Isn't that actually like a stupid debate that people do about like, is water wet? Or if you take a fish out of water, is it wet? Or is it like reverse wet because it's now out of water? It's like basically taking a fish up into taking a fish onto land. It like reverse drowns. It drowns from oxygen, not from like oxygen, nitrogen, all that shit. Is a hot dog a sandwich? Yes, a hot dog is a sandwich. Well, you see, a sandwich is pure composition. At its most basic form is items, either meat or vegetables, stuffed between a slice of bread. Technically speaking, a hot dog fits that definition, as it is products stuffed between two slices of bread. And while the bread may be conjoined, at the end of the day, it is divided into two pieces. So yes, a hot dog is a sandwich. As is a Pop-Tart, which also fills the sandwich composition, even though it can be considered a calzone as well, which a calzone can also be considered a sandwich by similar definitions. If we look at the alignment chart, you'll see that hot dog occupies lawful evil, meaning that yes, while it is lawful in its nature, it is also evil as well. Is a pizza a sandwich? Well, a calzone is a sandwich, and a stromboli might be a sandwich. A pizza in itself is not a sandwich, as it only has one sheet of bread to occupy its space. That's why a calzone is a sandwich, because it's been folded in half. And that's why I'd argue a toasty cheese, which is a grilled cheese but with only one piece of bread, is not a sandwich, but an abomination. And garlic bread is also not a sandwich. However, if you take two pieces of garlic bread and put something between them, say a burger, that would be a sandwich. And a burger is also a sandwich. Is dragon fruit a fruit? I don't know. What do I look like? Some kind of fruit expert? Was there something I wanted to go get? I feel like there might have been. Oh, Marina, what the heck are you doing back there? That's the weirdest possible spot you can end up in. So we now have this area. I've set out this wooden area. I do have plans for it, but I'm not gonna say them yet. I'm gonna start working on stuff, and they're very obvious. Like, the second I start working on stuff, you'll know exactly what I'm doing. But, like, for the time being, I've just got this wooded area. We'll work on it in the future. God, my mouth is so dry right now. God, I need some water, but I'm not gonna get up. Is the earth flat? No. Fuck no, the earth isn't flat. I'm not even gonna joke about that one. The earth God damn, people are so fucking dumb. People are so fucking stupid. And I love how so much of the Flat Earth Society has come out and admitted, like, no, the Earth isn't flat. It's just a grift. Like the guy that blew himself up in a rocket. Okay, he technically didn't blow up. It's just his parachute didn't deploy. So while he was he shot himself up. His parachute didn't deploy, and then his rocket came crashing down, and he died. Even that guy was like, I'm not a flat earth. Yes, I say the earth is flat, but that's really just a Ponzi scheme to convince people to give me money to build my rocket. Would be me. What's the one? There's one joke where it's like, oh, the guy's a flat earther, but he's also like a heavy supporter of global warming. Like, he 100% thinks that global warming is real, which it is real. And anyone who tells you not is a fucking liar. Global warming is real. But he's like a big advocate in protecting the earth, because if all the ice melts, all the water will just fall out the earth because he thinks it's flat. He also, and I think this is from Harmontown. He's also he also believes that we've been to the moon, but the moon is also flat, which is hilarious. Yeah, of course, Carmen. Nope. Yeah, that's the funny. He believes we've been to the moon. Because most flat earthers don't believe we've been to the moon. Right? Like, that completely goes against everything. Even though there's that one time the Flat Earth Society said that Mars is round, which, fucking idiots. But yeah, no, I love it. He thinks we've been to the moon, but the moon is also flat. Like that's a conspiracy theory I could see. Like, if someone was like, no, the earth is round, but the moon is flat, for some stupid fucking reason, I could see people believing that. Right? Because we only ever see one side of the moon. But the fact that people think the earth is flat, these are just the dumbest motherfuckers. They're almost as dumb as Republicans. Oh. I need a place to put these bushes. Yeah. What if it isn't, what would it be? I kind of don't want to put the bushes back here, but I also have no better ideas. I also kind of want to make a path that comes through here, but like there's no good place to put a path. I mean, it would make sense to put like a bridge. Like, I could see myself putting a bridge like right here, but I don't know. I don't think I don't, like, I had the bushes here just to have them. I don't think I need them, per se. What's this look like? Oh, I saw one of these somewheres yesterday. Okay. Alright, let's go sell some stuff. I might as well just sell those bushes, assuming I can. I don't need them. Yeah. And then what else? So, because people were disappointed at the Nintendo Direct, I guess there's been like a 4chan rumor going around the past few days about something. I don't know. I thought at first it was people were talking about that Star Fox Grand Prix again, which is a thing I do believe Rare was working on. Is a leaf furniture? Yes. A leaf can be furniture, sure. But yeah, Star Fox Grand Prix was a thing I do believe at some point Rare was working on. However, once like at some point it basically went through development hell. A bunch of staff at Rare, or Retro, I mean, yeah, the game Star Fox Grand Prix, which Retro was working on, it went through development hell and it got canceled, right? I do think they were working on it, but if it was done, we for sure would have seen it by now. There's no way. I've heard the rumors for like years now. There's no way we wouldn't have heard about it. So I do totally think that where Retro was working on this, but it got canceled, and now Retro built a bunch of their team left, but now they're making a new team and they're working on Metroid Prime, which I'm still not expecting till like 2023, 2024. A lot of people, like every Nintendo Direct, people expect to hear Metroid Prime news. No, we're not hearing about it. Nintendo, you know, whenever I say that, Nintendo should just come out and admit that they're delayed. Not announce anything, but just say like, hey, we were hit hard by COVID. We're delaying stuff, right? Put out an official statement, not go through like interviews and other websites that get mistranslated, just an official statement. I think that would be a good move. I'm not entirely sure if it is, though, because Nintendo said that Metroid Prime 4 was restarting development. And still, even only like a year and a half later, every Nintendo Direct, someone asks, are we going to see Metroid Prime 4? Every Nintendo Direct, people still expect to see it. So I still think it was the right move, them announcing they're restarting development on Metroid Prime 4. It's just people are idiots, and they will always ask for it, even though it'll never work. God, Nintendo fans, you drive me fucking crazy. Death. Come on, give me life. Content. Gosh dang it, I cannot get life. I want to get it once. I have my torture prisoner over here. Don't worry, you can't see him, he's just invisible. And I gotta find out if he lives. Ah, gosh dang it. We will get life. Oh my god, this wheel is rigged. Would you... I'd count that as death, yeah. Oh, there we go. There we go. Took us long enough. Took us long enough. Too bad the invisible guys died like 30 times. Our invisible hostage. I have nothing. I've done everything I wanted to do today. We talked about the Nintendo Direct. I listed my stupid conspiracy theory. I talked about Star Fox Grand Prix, which I don't think is happening. But yeah, I guess there was some rumor. Either that or it's about 3D World, right? Which is like that 3D World port that's like hypothetical. That personally I don't care for. Like, I don't need to play 3D World again. Like, I think Nintendo's been too reliant on ports recently. I mean, just this year, 4 of, like, the 10 games they've released have been ports. Tokyo Mirage Sessions, Pikmin, Xenoblade, which, okay, Xenoblade's complicated, but we're going to count it for the purposes of this thing. And there was one other that I'm forgetting. Like, a lot of people will say that Nintendo only released, like, 3 games this year. That's not true. Nintendo's released closer to like 10 or 12, including Animal Crossing, which is the biggest game of all time. Or the biggest game of the year anyways. Not all time. Find a base. But yeah, it's just Nintendo's in a bad position. And I knew that Nintendo Direct wasn't going to happen, but I had my hope. I did have hope. But whatever. Whatever. So tomorrow night's... So we're going to end off, because I'm stalling for time at this point. We talked about the Nintendo Direct, which is all I had today. But, tomorrow night, we'll be doing a late night stream. Like I said, I cleared out that wedding area, and I have my new plan for it. But I need to get some things, specifically one thing, and so I'm going to have to start grinding for it, but I can only do it late at night. So for the next few days, they're going to be later stream. I'm going to do streams like later in the day. And when I say later in the day, I mean like 10 o'clock, or like 9 o'clock, 9 or 10 o'clock at night. That's going to be the stream schedule for the next few days. It's like 9 or 10 local time for me, so that'd be 8 Pacific, 11 Eastern, 9 or sometime late at night, because I want to start grinding for this, and I'm sure we'll be able to find a bunch of them. It's once I do it, it'll be very obvious what I'm working towards, because I think I have everything else to do it. I think it'd be 8 o'clock for you, because you're an hour behind me, and it might be 10. It might be 8 or 9, or it might be 8 or 9 for you. It could be either one. Probably before 11, though. Probably. That's what I'd aim for. I don't know. I've also got college to take care of. Luckily, I don't have to go to the university for the rest of the week, but still. All right. But yeah, I'm gonna go watch Chumped, because that starts in like 2 minutes. It's Wednesday, right? Yeah, it's Wednesday. I'm gonna go watch Chumped. Wait, it's at 2 a.m. Oops. But yeah, not 8 or 9 Pacific time. That's the easiest way to keep track of it. But yeah, I'm gonna go watch Chumped, because, yeah, I want to watch it live. I haven't watched it live in like a few weeks. But yeah, I hope you all enjoyed. Stay tuned for more. Until next time. Peace.